bigger picture of what we're doing and why we're doing it. And she breaks everything down. The effort she puts in to every talk, I guarantee you, you have Miss Fran on your talk. She has put a lot of effort, a lot of time into the details of what she's going to share tonight. So take lots of notes. I am recording. It's going to be powerful. I am super excited. Here's the one. Here's the only. Here's Miss Fran. Fran, it's all yours.
Thank you very much, Sam. I hope everybody can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you clearly.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to start off by talking about the RCM. And I'm showing you this pamphlet, this brochure. And for those of you who are not here watching tonight and listening to the recording, what I'm doing is showing the 3-panel brochure that we have. This is my very, very favorite one, and you can get it out of the back office. And the reason why I like it is down at the bottom of each panel, there is a list of the ingredients that are in the bottles. A lot of times people want to know what the ingredients are. They get a little bit carried away. Well, what's in there? Because I'm allergic to da 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 da. And so you say, well, here, take a peek at this, check it out, you know. And then they'll say, well, I want to talk to so-and-so about it. You say, okay, fine, be sure you take this, because I got a list of the ingredients there for you to show to whomever. A lot of these ingredients people are already aware of because they're very much in the health food supplement market. So you can pretty much get everything you need out of this. And what I do is I make a copy of this from the back office. Through my Word document, I'm able to put all my information right here. And then I take a picture. I can either download it to a thumb drive, or I can print it out on a colored printer, which I happen to have in the office here. I take it down to Staples and I have them make me 2-sided brochures. They don't charge very much, and I can get 50 of them for a pretty good price. And what do I do with them? They're the perfect size. Men can carry it inside their suit jackets if they're wearing a suit jacket. And we women can go find purses that have neat little pockets. I made sure I found a purse where I could just slip it right inside this pocket right here. It's perfect. Whip it out. When you're talking with somebody, always leave them something to browse through. I don't know about you, but a lot of people like to sit and read in the throne room. You know what I'm talking about when I say the throne room. So give them something to read and let them mull on it a little bit. Okay, now I want to start on the RCM system. I think I inadvertently was one of the test cases of the RCM system, because when I started on the products, I was of the mindset, I made a philosophy for myself that no matter what Stemtech developed, because Stemtech specializes in stem cells, the betterment and the protection of stem cells in the body. That was what we were told in the beginning when they came out with their first product. Our company specializes in protecting the stem cells in a person's body. So no matter what product they came out with, I always figured it had something good to do with stem cells. So they released the first product. I was all excited about it because they told me that it would give me 25% more adult stem cells in my circulation system than I was currently getting, which was just about 0 at the rate I was starting to decline. That was what I really, really didn't like. I did not like how I was aging. That might be a question you can ask people when you bump into them. You can say, do you like how you're aging? If they say yes, then you can say, great, so happy to hear it. If they say no, you can say, well, you know, I found something that's helping me to age well. Would you like to hear a little bit more about it? That's a yes or no answer. You're not supposed to do an open-ended question like that. I can give you some really simple information, 2 short videos to watch that'll explain what it is. May I have permission to send you an email? I mean, you know, you can build it into a conversation somehow that's comfortable for you. So 25% more. That doesn't sound like a lot, but when you've been getting minus whatever, 0 minus stem cells coming in, 25% more was a lot. And over the course of the years, I slowly but surely noticed the changes. And I did write down all my little issues. They're about yay long. And I'm so glad I did, because I now have to go back and revert to that piece of paper I have stuck in my drawer, because I have forgotten a lot of this stuff. And I forgot because I don't feel that discomfort anymore. And when you don't have that reminder there, that ping, 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 reminding you that you've got this little issue, you have a tendency to forget it. Really, I'm serious. So it's a good thing to write all that down. And then you can kind of make a goal and say, okay, I'm going to check this in 6 months. I'm going to check this in a year. One of my biggest joys at the end of the year is to be able to look back and say, what new thing came forth this year as a result of my taking the Stemtech products? My biggest joy was when I could look back and say, I did not get my annual flu this year. Gee, I wonder what happened to it. It never made an appearance. I didn't miss it one bit. That was when I realized that my immune system was getting stronger. At the first time I noticed that, I said, well, I'll see what happens next year. The next year rolled around. I mean, it was like clockwork. Every January, I was with everybody else going in and getting antibiotic shots and all that other kind of stuff, which was kind of an irritant when you come right down to it. So the second year went by and I didn't get my annual flu. And I thought, oh, okay, that's 2 years in a row. I wonder what's going to happen in the third year. When it happened 4 years in a row, that's when I kind of nodded to myself and I said, something very, very good has happened. My body, for some strange reason, has become stronger in being able to fight off whatever little viruses were floating around. The virus of the year, whatever it was, I didn't get it. And I felt pretty good about that. So whenever I had an opportunity, I'd casually mention that to somebody too. So I inadvertently became a pioneer on the RCM, because every time Stemtech came out with a new product, I latched onto it. They had the Stem Enhance was their first one, and the Stem Flow was their second one. We had ST5 was the third one, and that was a powder drink that I dearly loved, and I nearly cried when I found out that they were eliminating it. The reason that they eliminated it was because there was not a big market for powdered drinks, especially out of the United States. Smoothies are not a big thing outside of the United States, but in the United States, people understood smoothies because they were running out the door in the morning going to work, sipping on some kind of a smoothie. And I'll bet you all are doing it today with somebody's nutrition. You can do it with your own nutrition. You just take your capsules and dump them in. You can either dump them in or just drop the capsules in and blend it all up. It'll all get into the goodies anyway. And so now you can drive down. You're not supposed to be driving down the road and drinking at the same time, but many of us do it. I know I do. So you're in a hurry. You can even blend them up the night before and stick it in the refrigerator. It'll last. Not to worry. And then just grab it and then run out the door and go do your thing. And you know you will have your good nutrition and your energy. You will have your energy. So then when they informed me they were dropping the ST5, why did we have the ST5 in the first place? As the vehicle for MigraStem. Because in their research, when they were developing, I think it was the Stem Flow, they ran across the herbs that happened to support the migration of the stem cells out of the artery walls into the area of need. And when they decided to do away with the ST5, they pulled out the herbs that they were using for the microstem and put them in capsules. And so now we had 3 bottles full of capsules. 2, 4, 6 a day is the minimum that you should be taking. 2 SR3s, 2 stem flows, and 2 microstems. You can take more. I know there are times in my life when I did. When I had a relative in the hospital, and I found I was driving down to the hospital in the morning, and in the afternoon, I was taking 18 of them a day. And I was feeling like I was Superwoman, and I could handle anything that was being thrown at me. I learned a lot during those days. And so don't hesitate to take more if you feel like your body needs it. Listen to your body. It will tell you. It'll talk to you. I have another theory. I'm just going to throw it out there because I think you'll notice it. How many times have you noticed when people get together, whether it's a party or a coffee or whatever the function is, they all end up talking about health in some way, shape, or form? Isn't that true? I was at the bowling alley one day, and I saw one of the girls going around talking to all of her friends in the different lanes, asking their opinion on 2 different procedures on one of her fingers or her thumb. She had an issue, so she went into whoever does thumbs and fingers, and they evidently gave her 2 options. She didn't know which one to choose. So she came back to the bowling alley, and she went to all of her friends, and she mentioned what the process was, and then was getting their opinion. And I thought, how strange that you're getting the opinion of people who were totally not versed in the medical industry at all. And she'd had a medical person give her 2 good choices, and she didn't know what to do. So she's asking her friends for advice. So we all do that. So I came up with a theory that whenever anybody is talking about a health issue, that's the body subconsciously saying, help, I need help. And since my body is not giving me the help that I need, maybe if I reach out to other people, somebody will know something that they can tell me is available that will help me. That's your subconscious mind working up here, reaching out to whomever can help the issue that's going on inside that the body can no longer take care of. And you would be a perfect person for somebody to go and say something like that to. Anybody who starts talking about their health issues, just get into it. Ask them questions about their health issues. Let them dwell on it because it's important to them. One of my biggest complaints was lack of energy. Oh my gosh. I was so tired of being tired, so tired of not being me. I was always energetic when I was in my younger life. And when I was growing older, I lost that. I don't know where it went, but it just disappeared. And so I went on a search. My search entailed the web. So I think I know just about every website that had a doctor that was promoting some marvelous miracle, something or other that was going to make you feel energized and give you sharp focus, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I went to the health food stores, and you go and talk to the person there behind the counter. Sure, we have just the thing. Come over here. And they lead you over to a shelf full of all kinds of pretty bottles. And there'll be words like energy and sharp focus and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So you buy one. Heavens only knows how much they were. And you take it home and you're looking forward to the first time you can take it because you just know that this is going to be the magic one, and they never were. I'd get so irritated, I'd take that and I would just drop it, dump it in the, as my mom used to call it, the round file. She's talking about the waste paper basket. I wished I had kept them in a plastic bag so I could count how many products I threw away before I was introduced to Stemtech. And then all my sister had to say, she just used the magic words. It had something to do with stem cells. And my subconscious mind perked right up, because sometime in my past, I heard the word stem cells could get to the root of all of our issues. And I thought, okay, that's what I wanted, something that would get to the root of my issues. And she called, I let her wait 3 days because I wanted to really think about it. And I did think, and then she called me finally, and I said, yes, I wanted to join. And I am so glad I did, because it has changed everything for me. I did start getting my natural energy back. And not only that, but there was a glow that seemed to radiate out from the skin. People would say, you're glowing. And I was standing in the room where I check in my renters, and a couple walked in. She said, we could see you glowing all the way from the moment we walked in the door, the lobby of the motel there. And I thought, wow, that's pretty amazing. And so when I talked about it with experienced people in Stemtech, they said that's the glow of good health. When you have good health inside under your skin, the body radiates it. So I'm not kidding when I say you're glowing when you're walking down the street. People will do a double take and they'll turn around and they'll look at you. You make sure you have that little bounce in your step when you're going down the street too, because it's kind of fun to turn around and look at them and see that they've got a little bounce. And then maybe they're smiling at the next person that they're bumping into, and you can pass smiles along and elevate somebody else's life out there. It's really kind of neat. So going back to being a pioneer and a guinea pig, so to speak, on the RCM system, started with the Stem Enhance, and then I immediately started with the Stem Flow when it was released, and that did marvelous things. And then when MicroStem came out, I couldn't wait for that one to come out. Helping the stem cells get to the area of need, that is so important. As Dr. Liz was explaining, if the stem cell goes past the area that it's supposed to go to, it's like, whoops, it doesn't get a second time around. It has to get pulled in that first time around. There are chemical messages that are sent out. You've got something going on with your pancreas. Your pancreas is sending out chemical messages to the body. And it says, we want some more stem cells coming out of the bone marrow, please. And so they're released out into the circulation system. And you taking the stem flow, this I did not know until I heard Dr. Liz mention it, that even when we are children, we can be bringing debris into our circulation system, especially with some of the foods that we eat that are not good for us. You go into those fast food places, you don't know what everything that is mixed into some of these foods, and then you consume it. So you might have something inside you that's not very good for the circulation system. So there may be debris and stuff in there that could injure a stem cell when it's going through your circulation system. You want to be able to protect those stem cells at all times, because they are your life. They are who you are. You would never knowingly hurt yourself. You would never knowingly throw yourself down on the concrete just so you could experience a concrete burn. That's smarts. It's not a smart thing to do either. So the same thing with the stem cells in the circulation system. You want to protect them. So the stem flow clarifies the circulation system. It takes out toxins and helps to keep the kidneys and the spleen and your bladder and the parts of your waste system clean of any debris and toxins. So that is very important to know. So I didn't know whether I was going to get, what do you call it, a photo bomb. You know, the other day I was talking on my video, and my daughter came in to give me a message. It's a big photo bomb. So we played back that video. It was kind of cute. I got a big chuckle out of it. She didn't. She was embarrassed, bless her heart. So I just heard her in the kitchen. Moving on. So I've experienced the Stem Enhance. That was the one that was releasing the adult stem cells. I experienced the Stem Flow that was helping to keep my organs clean, my waste system clean, keeping my blood circulation clean. And then we got the microstem, so I was taking the one that helped the stem cells get into the area of need, to have the energy, as Dr. Liz called it, to give it the energy to jump out of the circulation system and into the area of need, that once they get to that area of need, if anybody has read Dr. Summersol's book, and Dr. Summersol is the one who was narrating that little video that we have in our phase 1 that talks about the warriors needing to be replaced on the front lines. He wrote the book called The Amazing Power of Stem Cell Nutrition. When it came out, it was on the bestseller list right away, just about. It is the most amazing book, and it tells the story of Stemtech. And in that book, he gave a description of stem cells going in through the artery walls and onto the area of need. And this is where I got the vision in my mind of little pseudopods popping out of the stem cell and then crawling along the organ and proliferating, dropping little baby stem cells, proliferating, filling in the holes and filling in the cracks and making the organ whole again so that it could do what it was designated to do. Now let me see if I can go on to the next step. Dr. Liz talked a lot of good things when we had that video with her. It's always good to go back and listen to those. So Dr. Summersol wrote the book, The Amazing Power of Stem Cell Nutrition. I actually got a call from somebody who wanted to join Stemtech because he had read that book and he wanted to get that stem cell nutrition. Somehow or other, I got it paired up with him. I can't remember how that happened. But anyway, he's in my line someplace. He's out in Hawaii, bless his heart. Our time differences are so different, as Jennifer knows so well. I believe it's you, Jennifer, right? Out in Hawaii. Okay, I see the head shaking. Okay, so we got the 3 products together, working in synergy together. And so for years, I was taking the RCM system unknowingly. And I also was the one that was showing a great deal of improvement, not only in my health, but in my exterior as well. And I put 1 + 1 + 1 together, and I thought, it's because I've been taking the RCM system and nobody really knew about it. I think that was really pretty amazing. So I think the RCM system really is the only way to go, because it is full nutrition. It is your whole body nutrition from the top of your head to the bottom of your toes. I think I've gone on enough, Sam. Is that okay? You don't need anything more? Did I cover what you wanted covered?
You have hit an absolute home run. Your whole body nutrition, the RCM. What a tagline. That is beautiful. Thank you for what you continue to do. Thank you for your wisdom, for your experience with this company. You've been on board for 11 years, I believe.
11 years now.
You have a lot of history here, pioneering with the RCM, which you said something that really, really grabbed my attention, and that is this. You said your trust for Stemtech. You know what they put together is going to best benefit the stem cells. That's why you were willing to move forward with the additions to what we already had. And I think that's
no hesitation at all. It wasn't like I have to try it first to see if I like it stuff. I knew my body would like it. And I was so thankful that we had a research and development department that stayed true to the course of what Stemtech was all about. And that is protecting the stem cells in the body.
Okay, that is fantastic. Okay. All right, guys, I've recorded this. This is one of those diamonds we will definitely save. If anybody wants the recording, just text me, because I will not get all the information on the video today. This was a great meeting. Fran, is there anything else you would like to add before I close this up?
No, I think I've rambled on enough. Thank you very much for the opportunity. I've noticed that my voice doesn't have the same inflection that it used to have, so I need to practice that.
Well, your reflection was awesome. Your information was fantastic. And I thank you for the value you bring to us as a team and to each individual. Thank you kindly. Guys, we're done. Have an incredible week. Thanksgiving is one day of the month. Keep in mind, we got a lot of work to do. There's a lot of people we're going to help. There's a lot of people on their knees today praying for better health. Boost your immune system. RCM. There's no other way. That RCM is powerful. What did you say? The whole body nutrition. RCM. I'm going to use that as a tagline. Have a great night, everybody. I'm going to unmute everybody. Go ahead and unmute yourself. If you guys want to say anything else or say your goodbyes, please do. And I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording.